Folks, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, the Salt Dragon, and we are going to be dumping some salt on the Caravan of Blue Roses yet again. You all know that we defeated, we defeated Gorst twice, or once, I don't remember. At least once on the last episode, and then 4 more of his armies. I think we'd beaten at least one previous to that too, so it's like 5 or 6 armies on the last episode. And he shows up during the turn-in, because I have to end a turn in order to save the game because of it being on Legendary. And he shows up again. Still keeping all 5 of his Terrorgeist, by the way, that were lost in battle, but found, I guess. Anyway, it's giving me really good odds at an auto-resolve. I'm just going to take it. I mean, I think you all are aware that I can fight and win against vampires. They just get handed victories. I mean, the good thing is they're giving me massive amounts of funding at the moment, which is great. So thank you, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, welcome back to the campaign. I was gonna do this weird little glitch thing there again, where it takes a minute to get back to the turn-ins, I guess. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna actually put the screws to the vampires on this episode. I have that reinforcing army not far away. And then we've got the 2 armies that broke through coming from the north in Ogre Country into vampire territory. The vampires should be reeling pretty heavily at the moment, but again, I'm not going to be shocked that they just basically get all of their stuff back in a single turn or 2. So we'll see what happens. So we did have a rebellion outside the Red Waste. Oh, now what?
This path is no more certain.
Oh, okay. Gotrek and Felix are taken off. Well, that stinks. Gotrek and Felix have had enough here, I guess. I probably want a Dragon-Blooded Shugengen there. I'm in a Yang balance right now, so it'd honestly be better if we could pick up a Yin leader. Now, this one would work right here, it looks like. That'll throw me over into Yin +2. And we'll need to counterbalance that Yin +2 plus this Yin research. So we're going to need... Yeah, we're going to need 3 additional Yang here to counter that. Not that it's a huge issue at the moment, but something that I would prefer to take care of. Okay, Miao Ying hit the gate, and she is all good to go now. I actually do think I'm going to leave 3 armies here at the gate just to be safe, because it's a lot of chaos and a lot of Kurgan. So I'm going to take Miao Ying and roll over here to the mountains to add to that reinforcement, and these 2 armies can kind of continue to head into enemy territory. So I'm going to push into vampire territory for the first time in a for the first time since the apocalypse, basically. There's a few remnant armies they have there. These 2 armies got 1 more turn before that one gets its crap put back together.
It shall be effortless.
I know there's another army that went up into there. I'm actually just going to hold on this army. In fact, I may go into an ambush. See if we can lure someone in unbeknownst to them. Let's go ahead and take evasion. Constellation of the Dragon.
It is mine by blood rights.
And then we did Mentor. Block army. Let's take care of this army's upgrades. We're up to skill 41 here, which is really great. Let's do an Earthing and Arcane Conduit.
A tool worthy of a dragon.
Let's put another skill point into Mentor there, and then drop that one into Block Army. Okay. We're in good shape there. Our reinforcements are, looks like 3 turns from arrival, or 2 more turn-ins, I should say. We're about to have a major push on the Caravan of Roses, and they are definitely going to be feeling the hurt.
Shugengan Lord reporting.
Here is a small army of Norskins here. I don't know why this army's so slow to replenish. This lord must not have... Yeah, he doesn't have any skill at it. Okay. We'll need to work on that. So we'll need to get Logistician booted up here and get to work on it. I'm gonna push him forward a little, and then same thing with this army. Let's take a look here.
Power in the blood.
Cathay needs a melee hero.
I was born to wield it.
They definitely need a melee hero. Alright, let's move this army up a little bit. We'll just kind of keep those Norskins. Honestly, let's fight them. We'll force a fight against them here. They're gonna run away. It's fine. At least they'll kind of be trapped between me and the ogres here with no choice but to just move south. Which I'm okay with at the moment. Rather drive them south, and it keeps me in a safer position to replenish. See, Knobbly Gorge has built up its defenses entirely. And then, again, we need 3 Yang in total to prepare for the upcoming shifts of... Let's actually demolish... Or hang on, that's Dragon's Crossroads. That building's not going to be viable anyway. We could flip a Yin building over to Yang. That would take care of a couple of points. We could do it right here. Go in here. I should be able to maybe convert that one. Oh, no. Convert here. Yeah, so there we go. We'll convert that one over. Let's see what happens after that. I think we'll still be 1 short, but we'll keep an eye on it and see if we can get it right ultimately. Okay. Other than that, let's see. Is there any buildings worth upgrading around here? Let's just kind of take a look. Some of these probably. I got some open slots there that we could save and come in handy. Let's go ahead and upgrade the port there. That'll get us some more income. Nothing wrong with maxing out our income at this point. Again, a couple of slots open there that we can tinker with as needed. And probably wouldn't hurt to give this province that huge upgrade there, and that is a huge upgrade, so we'll go ahead and make that investment there. And again, more slots we can deal with if we need to with balance. So let's go ahead and end the turn. Gotrek has been replaced by a Shugengen Lord. Probably want to respec this Lord. So let's go back in.
The dragon-blooded.
We definitely want to start with unyielding, and then I'll work on getting us up to better replenishment.
From my ancestors.
Okay. Excellent.
Celestial ancestors.
We decided we were going to hold this army.
Fly the Emperor's
So the
flag.
wall is going to be
Shugengen
extraordinarily
Lord
well defended.
reporting. Child of
We want to
the
make it even
Nine.
better. These Jade Lancers
Only the
probably not
worthy
appropriate
may
anymore.
serve.
Let's replace them. I want to make these armies brutally powerful. Boy, the magic attack is good. I think I'll just drop one of
Serve and
each
honor
here.
your ancestors.
We'll get a couple of large single entities, and then we'll worry about maybe potentially changing those crossbows over too.
Natural authority.
And then this army is still building out, so we're in good shape there. I think we are actually pretty much ready to end a turn. I know there's a bunch of stuff I'm skipping, but it shouldn't be anything big. And I want to keep the pinch on the vampires here. I would love to get some traction against the vampires. Like, absolutely love it. I wonder... Those wood elves that I kind of made friends with... I wonder if we could take their... I wonder if we could take that wood... Or the province down here, the forest from the vampires, and hand it to the wood elves that I'm trying to make friends with, and then they could probably do a better job of holding that. Look at this, he turned around again. No. Gorst is back after like one turn with that same army that he had. Because remember, we killed him in the auto-resolve on the last turn. He's already back, like, so he didn't have to recuperate or anything. And he's got the same 5 terror guys. Like, how is this possible? This doesn't even make sense. Does not make sense.
Move like water. Fight as one.
Alright, well... Technically got rid of him again. Alright, Bloodwind Keep. I didn't expect to hold that. Again, we fell back to the walls. We're going to have a lot of chaos on our doorstep because our Kaon's going to focus, but basically I have an army in each position on the wall, which means that there's essentially 2 armies at any given extremely defensive position, so I don't think that Chaos is going to have an easy time breaking through the walls, especially if I take my other armies off elsewhere and begin to fight, you know, hard against them. Alright, we're still +2 on Yin, so we're going to need to solve that situation.
Fire and metal.
It's like Brother got pretty well healed.
I think not.
Gorse survived all that, of course, and just fell back.
I refuse.
These armies... Yeah, see, they did manage to sneak one army around me. I figured they would. And I have Miao Ying, so this should work out. I have Miao Ying heading this way to fend things off, which means that I should be able to go ahead and take these armies and just keep moving south.
There must be order.
Yeah, we'll just keep moving south with these armies. And we'll go head off any potential for the Skaven army and that vampire army, so we'll go head them off. And this army is basically on station now. We continue to get level ups here because of the fighting that goes on and then the mentor skill,
Wind Shaper.
which is great. You know, I love having that distributed out. It's giving us a lot of help. Magic Reserves, Wind Harmony, Will of the Dragons, Range Discipline. It was Range Discipline.
It befits my high station.
We filled out Mentor. We're kind of stuck now on that unit until we get to rank 50, I think, which we are very nearly at. We're probably going to get hit by all of these vampire armies on the next turn. So we have the option of trying to fool them, I think. So I'm going to enter an ambush stance. Actually, I'm not, because then I can't replenish. Let's go ahead and replenish. I'm going to hold here in this canyon. If we get attacked by all 4 of them, it's fine. You know, we'll be able to fight that off.
Ask another.
And that army will head off, and we're just about all gathered up here. So I feel like we are about to be in an extremely solid position. And like I said, I think the Haunted Forest, I'm going to go knock the vampires out of it, and then give that to the Wood Elves to keep on our behalf. Yeah, there's nothing we can do with those skill points, so let's check out what was Gotrek's army. What can we recruit locally?
Loyalty, efficiency,
Not the crossbows
and
that I want.
The dragon-blooded Shogungan Lord reporting.
They're still... Right, the crossbows I want are over at Turtle Gate. No one gonna be able to hit this gate in a hurry, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll these troops over into the zone of control on the next gate. I'm gonna move them over to Turtle Gate in order to get some elite crossbows. And then once they arrive, I'll move this army back over to the other side, and we'll kind of just swap around as we need to and get the right training done. I probably could have just used global recruitment, but never know when we're gonna need that open potentially. So we're still at Yin 2. We're about to be at Yin 3. Where were those provinces that had some open slots? Those are open slots, but I can't do anything about some of here. I mean, again, we could swap this building. Oh, we have that one building still swapping. So that's going to flip us 1 the other way. Well, it may go 2 at this point. I think it may go 2 because it probably still counts it as 1. Let's wait a couple of turns and see exactly how things land here, and then we'll know the best way to solve for it. Go ahead and buff the replenishment here. We don't need this growth anymore. It's just not providing anything useful. But if I tear it down, it's going to mess up my balance. Can I, like, swap that into a different building? Oh, okay. Well, I'll deal with it over the next few turns. Let's go ahead and end another turn here. I think we'll probably get attacked by the vampires again here. I'm not joining any war against the High Elves, that's just stupid. I will, however, crush the Caravan of Blue Roses once and for all here. Oh, the Dawi Tide is going to be a pain in the butt to deal with. They always have a lot of artillery and a ton of armor. Going to be a big pain in the butt. Look who's back! For his third time in as many turns. For yet another loss, because losses just don't mean anything when you're a Vampire Lord. Like, he's only going to lose a few units, and the other ones will be completely replenished on the next turn, so... Losing equals winning. Vampire logic. I guess, which is almost kind of true for them, because if someone loses and then there's corpses on the ground, they can reanimate them, so I don't know. Maybe losing really does equal winning for the vampires. Let's see. Undercity discovered at Jingpo. Let's take care of that. It's a long ways behind our lines to be getting an Undercity in it. Let's tear it down. Okay.
Power in the blood. A thoughtful maneuver.
That army is not capable of breaking through my gate.
Celestial ancestors.
So I'm gonna put this army here. There we go. So we're gonna be swapping these armies around. Quartermaster is always good. It's not gonna help me a ton
I am the pride
while sitting in
of
these
all
provinces. Let's actually maybe... Let's put those skill
Cathay.
points
A
towards the
tool worthy of a
crossbows.
dragon.
Get our damage done. Okay, this army
Wind
is
shaper.
significantly strengthened, but still needs some more help.
I will not tolerate.
If I look at
sloth.
local recruitment, I don't have access to better infantry. And honestly, these swords are not going to be the ideal infantry
Does the
against
spirit
chaos because they
dragon
don't deal
approve?
armor-piercing damage.
Service is
So let's just go ahead and begin the
duty.
process of swapping those. This is going to leave this army stationary for a few turns, but
Serve and honor your ancestors.
should be well worth it.
I expect loyalty.
They're gonna be quite safe.
efficiency, and harmony.
There we go, so that'll make that army stronger. Okay, let's take a look at the skill up here. Actually, okay, yep, so we can skill this unit up. Increased mobility, let's do metal shifting. That extra armor piercing damage is going to be helpful against chaos. And a skill at 22 here on this character. Mortality, Wujing, War Compass. Guess just finish up Wind Blast and Thunderbolt. We finished our tech research. Let's now flip and do the opposite one so we can open up these. Next one, there's some good
All
tech
Cathay
behind
will
these.
benefit.
So that puts me at Yen 5. So we're stacked pretty massively in the wrong direction at the moment. And I have one building I thought that was flipping. Let's see if we can find it and make sure. Build that up while we're here. All it's doing really though is costing me some income and control at the moment. It's not the end of the world, but we do want to fix it. Yang building here would be helpful. That'll take care of one of the 5. We could flip this over here. That'll take 5 turns. Yeah, it's not immediately effective, so at 5 turns, that would give me effectively a 2-point swing there. Build these, 'cause it hurts to get more income, and let's kind of just keep on this list. We could put in a building here to help flip that some. Alright, that should clear up a little bit of it over the next couple of turns, so let's leave it at that for now.
The dragon-blooded.
We got lots of vampire jerks coming up, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put this army into an ambush stance. I'm gonna put this one into an ambush stance. I'm gonna move both of them forward, and I'm gonna use this army in a force march bait right here.
Naturally.
See if we can bait these vampires.
The desert
into an attack.
alchemist.
I'm going to make a move towards Flayed
Search
Rock.
of warpstone.
This would get a vampire settlement out from behind me.
Fate
The unfortunate thing
reveals
is this
the
could lead to us being
An offense to
surrounded
my
and attacked. Oh
bloodline.
my gosh, I don't want to deal with the stinking Dawi Tide. Oh, yeah, we got the Dawi Tide over here. I wish that the High Elves hadn't been so weak. But yeah, we're going to eventually have to deal with them. But one thing at a time, let's get rid of the vampires here. If the Dawi attack, we'll have to just push back when the time comes. But till then, we're going to have to rid ourselves. There's that vampire stack there, so we're going to push further south. Okay, see, the ogres are starting to maintain some armies here, and that is a great thing for me.
Smart plan.
Go ahead and attack these guys, huh? You not at war with the Skaven? Alright, whatever. Miao Ying is going to move up to cover this northern position here, and then we are going to still remain very secure at the walls. Which means we are ready to end our turn and see if we catch anybody in our traps as we work on rebalancing our yin-yang harmony and actually getting aggressive and taking some territory off of these stinking endless vampire hordes. Would love to own that territory because we could get a fair bit of income out of it, which might lead to another army or two, which would be extraordinarily helpful given the state of things. And as I start to push, if we can kind of take some of the pressure off of Greasus's lands here, he feasibly might become more of a help to us by getting a few stacks moving. But, you know, he's going to need pressure off of his territory in order to gain any ground. Really? Why would you end your non-aggression pact with me? Like, they're trading with me. I'm going to have to get that non-aggression pact back. And I think we can do it by gifting them that province, and that might be the best way to go. We've got to give them the forest at this point. I'm going to continue to kind of move our trap down here. We're going to make this look even juicier
Sent by our ancestors.
to the vampires. So but it's going to also bring me ever closer to that haunted forest, which I now need.
My ancestors require it.
This unit got knocked out of ambush stance. There we go. Oh, that's why they didn't move up, because they spotted the ambush. Okay, here we go. It's okay if they spot it. It's not the end of the world.
Ruler of the sky roll.
Let's
Strike off
go
the
to Flayed
head.
Rock. I'm going to encircle it. I'm going to bring reinforcements up, and we're going to crush it.
Offspring of
We're going to cost the vampires their first lost settlement in a great long time.
Infinite might.
Now, this is another settlement that's in the orange form, which means that I'm actually going to end up with worse
Master.
replin by controlling it. However, it belongs with Knobbly Gorge at this point, and that actually flipped back over to 1 Yang. Okay, that's okay, because this this building right here is actually going to be helpful in helping with replin. And then we're working on Yang research right now, so if I time this yin, that should be about right. And then we've got some good buildings here for recruitment. It should be pretty darn handy, actually. The Red Waste is going to have another rebellion. Alright, let's take care of our skill points here. Let's drop these, or drop one into Mentor, one into Specialist. And then let's take a look here. We got level 50 here with this character, so we could top off Mentor. And I think I will, because I do have some younger lords that could use the experience. There we go. So this character's not completely maxed out as well. Yeah, see what it did to the replin there by capturing this province? Pretty bad, and that's with this building here giving a plus 9%. So you can tell that, like I said, CA kind of over-nerfs the replin on those. It's a little bit extreme. It says it's unpleasant, not intolerable. So I don't really understand that. I'm gonna come out of Force March so that I don't step into an ambush here. Look at this Colex here. We got multiple Chaos stacks now. I mean, stack up all you want.
Born to
Good
rule.
luck getting through the wall.
There is
That's all I gotta say. Good luck. You're gonna have to take down two
Celestial and
relatively powerful armies in order to be
adorn my chamber in
successful, and my armies are only growing more powerful
Wind Shaper.
each turn.
I will not tolerate sloth.
So I can now get some
Service is every Cathayan's duty.
Celestial Dragon crossbows in here.
To serve me
Go ahead
is
and drop a
privilege.
couple of those there. Okay. Actually, I'm not, because I'll get them
Serve
just as
and
fast,
honor
and we'll save the money. So
ancestors.
let's do that. Let's wait. And then that way, if someone else
The
needs the
dragon
global recruitment,
blooded.
it can be used by someone else. We'll come out of the
It
Force
suits
March
my
here.
purposes.
I don't really think anything needs to be replaced in that army. They should be good to go. That army's good to go, except for replacing those crossbows, as we are able.
Chosen by travelers.
Alright, we're going to continue to push south with these armies. We're just kind of replenishing
Natural
and
authority.
keeping pressure on the Skaven army that's down here. Because again, we're actually starting to see armies on the battlefield from the ogres. One there and one there. The more armies they have roaming about, the better. Looks like this vampire army is kind of falling back to its own territory, which is probably intelligent, because I don't
Power in the blood.
think things are going to be going too well for him back here. I'm going to make life miserable quite purposefully on the vampires.
I will be
Oh good, both these
obeyed.
characters leveled up as a result of the skill being gained by others. Okay. And we need to keep it on the Dragon Emperor's Wrath for now, because we're going to use that ability here shortly to cause attrition to any enemies in our territory. Alright, let's see if we can get our plan into action here. I need to take that forest off the vampires, give it to the Wood Elves to gain their non-aggression pact again, and keep them on our good side, as well as giving someone else that forest that the vampires will have a harder time taking it from. If I maintain that forest, it's going to be extremely difficult. It'll just rebel. It'll be slow replenishment. It'll be a mess. We want to hand it to the Wood Elves, if at all possible here. I'm going to keep pushing back the vampire counts. Okay. Nothing else of particular interest happened on that turn, and they did not fall for my ambush, so the vampires are
Child
effectively
of the
getting
Nine.
pushed back at the moment. We're down to only one balance, and that should make it equal. Alright. Let's see here. The dog keeps going and looking through the window and barking at any squirrel, cat, car, anything. You know how dogs are. They take extreme interest. Is it going to make any... No, it's not going to make any difference in a normal stance, so we're just going to move forward.
My ancestors require it.
We did get a skill point here. It's unfortunately not for that lord, which is what I want.
Shameless absurdity.
Okay. Let's keep working on that. Okay. So these armies are going to pin the vampires, like keep them from being able to come back this direction. Miao Ying now has the Veil of Titans covered.
Ready to defend. Tolerable.
I'm going to actually move her into an ambush near the Veil of Titans. We'll cover it so they can't get behind me. The wall is secure. And the vampires are on the run. I really like what I'm seeing at the moment.
Wind Shaper.
This army can actually reach that settlement. This guy's kind of blocking off the edge of that settlement, though. So here's what we're gonna do.
Descended from celestial glory.
A whole bunch of vampire taint, though. This land.
My men revere me.
Obly Gorge is gonna get kind of left open here, but that's kind of worth it at the moment.
Rations will
I'm
be
gonna go ahead
provided.
and just push these armies forward. Going to take this
Rations
forest.
will be provided.
And I need to be a little closer in order to take it. If the vampires attack me, I've got 3 armies. They lightning strike me, it doesn't matter. So we can defeat them there.
Celestial ancestors.
These armies are going to be replenishing and keeping the vampires out of Flayed Rock. And in the meantime, the vampires, of course, are recruiting ferociously back here. trying to put all their forces back together. No doubt Helman, yeah, Gorst is already back right there.
I'd wither first.
Alright, we'll take the forest out of their hands. That'll allow me to start pinching the vampires between my two forces. The Tawi have multiple stacks over here. This is really bad. I really do not want to have to fight them. Not thrilled about that. And these islands down here are not super habitable for me. So that's going to be a nuisance as well. Alright. Let's see.
Offspring of dragons.
Why am I so... Chaos. It's going to take him 98 turns to be wiped out from attrition. That's pretty funny.
No.
Power in the blood.
Wants to wipe out a bunch of my units to give me victory, so I'm going to decline that attack.
Folly.
There's no
The
threat to
dragon
this
blooded.
gatehouse at the moment. So that army is recruiting.
It shall
There's no
please the
immediate threat to
dragons.
this gatehouse, so I'm just going to
Many feet.
wheel these guys over here and see if I get them as reinforcements. I don't know if I will because we're under siege. Yes, we do. No, we just get the settlement garrison still. Which again says that I'm going to take massive losses. So I'll just leave this army here for the moment. How much extra armor piercing? +8 armor piercing. Let's just put that on one of our standard units because it'll make them stronger. Let's decline the attack, and then I'll have the second army to push Chaos back with here momentarily. This gate should be fine for a turn or so over here because they would have to siege it, and they don't really have, like, this guy's not, they can't reach it in this turn. I'm glad I left all these armies back over here, honestly.
Remain strong.
We got hit by some kind of damaged building thing over here.
In Zheng Yang's name.
It's gonna leave this weak, and then they're just gonna re-siege me because they got to survive. So we're probably about to lose the Red Waste. I mean, we held on to it for a long time. It's kind of cool, but we're gonna lose it because there's just so many enemies out and about eventually. Probably gonna lose it sooner rather than later.
I will.
Okay, let's end this turn because I want that
obey.
forest. The vampires now know what it feels like. They did this to me once where they trapped me up in there and wrecked one of my armies. Now they're trapped. And I'm happy to return the favor. Hopefully those wood elves that don't really want to be friends with this will be swayed by the fact that I'm handing them a new force. Now, somehow a Skaven army went underground and got behind me and was not seen at all until it appeared all the way over at Wing Chang. So that's very convenient for Throt the Unclean.
In Zheng Yang's name.
Looks like he sacked my settlement, or looted it or something, so... They give Throt a beating. He must have come from the mountains whenever we were swapping the armies, because they can't go underneath the bastion, or else obviously it'd be too easy to bypass that, so... He came underneath, let's see, Gorst is gonna lightning strike us again, and lose yet again. This is our army... Or no, he's not lightning striking us, he's just attacking us. Wow, that's even stupider.
We will.
So he continues to suffer embarrassing defeat after embarrassing defeat. Just fine with me. Alright, they're gonna attack me at the walls, and I get my reinforcements, so rest in pieces,
Make
you
your
Chaos Fools.
ancestors proud.
So that's gonna be more money. Then Kolek is going to catch... Oh, no, we ambushed Kolek with Miao Ying. Awesome. Let's kill him. Okay, I've got my army set up and ready to ambush Kolek. I've got my elephant, my crossbows ready to immediately open fire. I'm going to use this Hex, the Storm of Shadows here, to slow Kolek's approach and feed him some more missile fire before he gets here, because missiles are going to be the definite way to rid ourselves of a giant Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. Ooh, that lightning strike really hurt a lot.
Move in formation.
I think he's dropping something else on me there potentially, so I'm going to move out of the way real quick. Alright, so Kolek's still under massive fire here. I'm gonna actually put some heals on these guys, just in case we lose. Okay, so Kolek's still under heavy fire. Let's block off the retreat. These guys are clearly trying to retreat. Okay, Kolek is now kind of seeing the writing on the wall and coming into melee. I'm gonna meet him in melee. Actually, no, I'm not. Let's ignore him in melee for a moment and let our crossbows finish him. He's taken continual cannon. Okay, this is I expected, so here comes the Manticores diving into my crossbows. That was an obvious move we were going to see there. Let's go dive bomb these Marauder Horsemen real quick. With Kolek down, I'm going to turn my cannons onto there. Let's cease fire with the rockets. We're probably just going to cause lots of... Alright, we got a couple of giants over here. Let's move our crossbows back. Let's see. I'm going to set up a overcast final transmutation. Come on. There we go. Help these units out a little. Alright, so my elephants are taking out the Manticore. And let's help finish off the dragons. Okay, the dragon ogres are getting gunned down. We took out the Marauder Horsemen. So just a few units left over here for Kolek. And they are being driven back. Awesome. Cool. So, good success here. Our cannons hunt down. We get one more shot in on those that giant, and let's get this severed claw here with their elephant. Got the giant war elephant chasing them down. So this is kind of a disgrace to these guys because they're supposed to be specifically anti-large, and they're going to be trampled by an elephant. The elephant does have anti-infantry and anti-armor though, so he ought to still be somewhat effective though. These guys count as large entities. That makes sense. The aspiring champions are pretty huge entities in terms of the way they size in the battlefield, but nonetheless the elephant should still get a ton of damage done because of just the nature of elephants. Alright, anyway, that should be good. So, a nice victory for us. I'll see you all back out on the campaign map. Okay, so pretty solid defeat of Kolek there. Happy to see that. We're going to send his army packing. That's why we stayed in an ambush there, because I knew that the absence of other armies there would draw attention. Clearly, because Throt already found his way in, and the absence of power creates a vacuum there, right? So I don't want more armies coming through the mountains by chasing off Throt with Miao Ying. So what we're going to have to do instead is hold the walls with 2 armies, while we take this army down here to deal with Throt the Ever Unclean. Who, I'm going to go ahead and rebuild Lin Chang to try and lure him to stay back there. That would be pleasant for me if he were to make such a mistake. Okay, let's save. Okay, scroll shielding. Let's get this stuff done. Wounded. Wait, who got wounded? My characters got wounded. Who got wounded?
The Storm Dragon.
Are there agents get one of my characters up here? Yes. Potholes. Bet that's where they did it. Alright, that's some battle units. Buildings, settlement, sack, world events. Wounded. No, the vampires got one of my characters. You rat turds.
The dragon-blooded.
It was one of my alchemists in this army. I had double alchemists, so probably not the end of the world, but still irritating. So we'll have to deal with that here momentarily. However, despite their annoying efforts, the vampires are not going to be successful here.
There is merit.
So I'm going to move up here. Same thing, I need to move this army up.
Sent by our
And
ancestors.
then attack. They're going to flee.
The celestial
I can now attack the forest. This is going to force the issue. So the vampires are going to get killed. We take control of the haunted forest. I'm going to hand it over to the Wood Elves.
They
Attempt
will
to
know
secure
war.
some diplomacy here
I
because
hear Shen Yang's voice.
obviously it's not going to be in my
I permit you
benefit
rest.
to hold on to a province where
Rations
I
will
replenish
be
so
provided.
utterly and completely poorly. But that gets the Haunted Forest out of their hands, kills a bunch of their characters. Well, I say kills them. We all know what that means in terms of being a vampire. Dying is not something that they're really familiar with at this point. I'm going to try and set a trap here as well.
There must be order. Guided
This
by my
ambushing army up
ancestors.
behind, which will end up acting as reinforcements. Okay, we'll try and catch the vampires there. Let's go into diplomacy. Let's find our Wood Elf not-so-friends. Right here. We are apparently losing favor with them, but I would imagine... Why can I not gift? Has to be next to them. Oh yeah, how stupid. CA, really? Come on. Get real. I'll just offer them a gift and see if we can... I may have to go kill them now because this is stupid. Why can't I just give them the settlement over there? Like, it has to be adjoining to them, which is stupid. It's a Wood Elf faction. It's a forest. Come on, CA. Goodness sakes. Alright, well, let's see if we can improve things in terms of outlook with them. I don't want to be fighting them. I don't really want to hold this forest here either now, because holding it doesn't do me any good.
Dragon-blooded sugar.
I do get this from trade, though, so I mean, I guess that's nice, and I already have that building that's helping me. We're +1 Yang Harmony. We're researching Yang. No, we're researching Yin at the moment. No. We are researching Yang at the moment. Okay. 7 turns to finish that. That's not ideal either. We're still replenishing decently here, though. It's not the end of the world.
Offspring of dragons.
We'll just make do. Let's finish unyielding and sure aim here.
A tool worthy of a
And
dragon.
then with this army, we're gonna go ahead and establish increased mobility and evasion. Let's see, keep up the pressure here. So we're replenishing as quickly as we can. Got fast hands, ancestral warriors. Let's throw that there.
I was born to wield it.
And this character, we can't upgrade Mentor at the moment, which is where I would want to put things. This army here is replenishing as quickly as possible. We can put these 2 skills, or at least one. Yeah, let's go ahead and put it there. Actually, let's not. Let's do Earthing. This one, and then we'll get our King Conduit, and then we'll do the Mentor thing. And let's go ahead over here and see what's up next. We're gonna block army. Alright, so we have had some success here. We are still replenishing
The iron
these 2
dagger.
armies, but they are going to be pretty powerful. They can basically continue to hold the vampires' attention here. I'm going to actually move this army out of the settlement. Still heal just fine. I'm going to go ahead and put that army into the settlement because they'll replenish faster, so that'll help balance them up. So Flayed Rock is now in pretty solid shape. Boost the replenishment further. We can train here as well, which isn't necessary at the moment.
Fire and metal.
Got our trap set up here. And there's a... No, that's the leftovers from Kolek's army still walking around. Let's get over here and let's throw down... This will help us against Throt. So let's go ahead and do that. So that should start causing attrition to Throt or any other army that manages to sneak into our territory. So that'll keep them at bay to a degree. Let's finish Logistician, and let's also finish Lightning Strike.
A gift from my ancestors.
And Astromancer here. Last Tyrannus Thunderbolt. Okay, so I think we are in pretty good shape for the end of this episode. We have made some progress. We took the forest away from the vampires. We can now push forward, keeping the vampires in front of us. This makes me think, do the dwarves fight each other? Or are they just all against us? No, they're trading with each other, so they are not going to fight each other. That's unfortunate. HeirofCarthage is looking immensely powerful. Yeah. They've got 25 settlements, as does Clan Angren, so the dwarves are 29 to the Ancestral Throng, so the dwarves are absolutely out of control at the moment. Who is strength rank number 1, by the way? The Ancestral Throng. Okay, HeirofCarthage right there. We are strength rank number 2. So we're sitting between these two. Well, it's good, because I mean, we're certainly looking powerful. The Barrow Legion's still looking strong. Legion of Chaos. So the Dawi Tide appears to be one of the larger issues outside of the never-ending stream of chaos that we've been dealing with as well. So anyway, we should be in a good spot here, folks. I'm going to go ahead and end this one. The wall will continue to be defended. Throt will be dealt with. And he's now going to be suffering the Dragon Emperor's wrath. So, hope he enjoys it. It's going to be going down for a few turns. It should be causing him attrition.
I'm not fool.
It says the energy reserve must be full. It is full. We just used it, did we not?
I am the pride
Where does it show that going on? And why is it not affecting Throt?
No, doomed.
It's in foreign territory. I don't know. Maybe it kicks in on the next turn or something like we use it. You would think it would go active immediately. The Dragon Emperor's Wrath is ready. Okay,
My men revere me.
we used it. Your faction can only change the chemistry. Okay, Dragon Emperor's Wrath. Alright. Well, whatever. I'm going to end the turn so it'll save the game. I will see you all next time. And we are going to continue to make some progress here, hopefully. I'll see you all then.